Right. Ms. Zuckerman, how do you interpret Trump's reverse strategic recalibration of political expediency ahead of domestic pressures?
Isn't less an answer to any particular single event, including his recent and apparently frustrating conversation with Vladimir Putin, and, and and more an accumulation of pressure points that have been converging over time and have accelerated recently. On the surface, Trump's earlier pause in military aid was attempting to send a message regarding his peacemaking and part of broader realignment of U.S. foreign policy. However, the sudden escalation of Russian drone and missile attacks on major Ukrainian cities, particularly the attack on Kiev, created a very big optics problem for the White House. There's footage of civilian devastation. There are Ukrainian officials pleading publicly for defensive aid. And it resonated not only with Trump's European counterparts, but even with Republicans in Congress, which previously tolerated this pause as a negotiating tool, and who went along with Trump's claims of peacemaking. Clearly, can't call yourself a peacemaker if civilians dying on your watch. And Trump has been getting a lot of public criticism over that. His inner circle, particularly advisors that are focused on strategic messaging, view this pause as a strategic message to both Moscow and Kiev that continued U.S. support was conditional and transactional. But as the humanitarian fallout mounted and as allies started questioning the reliability of U.S. commitments, meaning this has been impacting all of Trump's foreign policy, not just the issue regarding Russia and Ukraine, Trump was facing very negative publicity that undercut his image as a strong and pragmatic leader on the world stage. It was backfiring for him. In the end, the shift was less about Ukraine itself and more about controlling the narrative at home and abroad. A protracted pause in the face of Russia's attacks on civilian centers would have fed into accusations of appeasement and might have imperiled Trump's credibility in high-level summits and as a critical domestic election season that's coming up. Trump had been trying to evade some of his European counterparts in recent international gatherings. He cut the NATO summit short as an example. But at the end of the day, he can't hide from questions about his strategy forever, and it clearly wasn't working. And not only was it not working, but Putin was not even trying to signal that something could change or that he'd be willing to compromise on any issue or that there is any reasonable room for maneuver here. Trump was basically cornered into taking this action because otherwise he was being openly played. And his long-standing political instincts, rooted in disruption, unpredictability, and leverage, are also contributing to the reversal, because when Trump was asked what's going to happen to Russia in light of their attacks on civilians, he said that we'd like to have a little surprise, wouldn't you? So basically that's signaling that he is trying to keep his cards close to him